She's managed to do radio in New York City for many, many years. I don't think it's very appropriate when they go and they give specific numbers, Judy. But today is the last day on the radio for Judy DeAngelis from 10-10 wins, and it's so nice to see you this morning.
Scott, you had me at young. You didn't have to go any farther than that. Thank you. Actually, 26 years.
You know what's so funny?
Yeah.
I've been around here all those years, and I've never met her.
I know. I know.
One time.
I know. And you know what? I'm going to walk out of here now, and I still won't have met you because there's a stupid monitor right in the way, and I can't see your face.
I'll move it. But I like it. I like my privacy.
I understand that.
I sit over in the radio booth. But I gotta tell you, it's so weird because I can't look at you because I've listened to you for so many years. It's so weird.
Everyone has. I mean, that's the thing. Is that what's the first thing you do in the morning when you get up? You put on Wins. What's the first thing you do when you get out of here? You put on Wins. I mean, it's just what you do, and that's what people have done in this city for many, many, many years.
My husband's super happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said for 26 years, 2 million Americans have awakened with my wife. Now finally I get the chance to do it. I thought that was sweet.
When I first came to New York, though, you were on WNBC.
I was.
And you worked with a cast of wackos over there.
I did.
Oh, that had to be. You could write a book about that.
Oh, just that.
Really?
I could.
Please don't.
Yeah, I could. It was great. I loved it. You know, because I come from showbiz background.
Right.
So I do voices. I was, who knows? I may show up
hanging out here. Well, you were involved in the skirmish between Soupy Sales and Imus and Howard and all that, weren't you?
I was.
Right in the middle of it.
Luckily, I was not collateral damage.
No, good.
Who was the poor girl who used to be up in the traffic copter?
Jane
Dornacker.
Yeah, do you know that I was supposed to be doing that job? I turned it down because I'm terrified of heights.
I actually was listening that day.
So was I.
Joey Reynolds was on, and I actually heard it. I'm talking about the one before her, the one that Howard used to always...
Donna?
Donna.
Donna.
Yeah, that's not exactly what he called her, but...
No.
True.
You know what I'm talking. So you got through all that.
I did.
And then you came back to 10-10 wins, and you've been prosperous, for how many years at Wins now?
26.
Oh, that's 26.
26 years, just there.
What about all the rest of it? You don't count all that other stuff.
I started so young, I can't even understand.
Probably about 10 when you were on NBC.
Yeah, probably.
What was the moment? What was the moment of clarity? We're talking to Judy DeAngelis on her last day on the radio. What was the moment that you finally said, that's enough?
When I looked at the bottle of Ron Abuelo rum that my husband had gotten me, and he said to me, you can open it when you retire.
That was the motivation?
That was the motivation. Actually, you know what it is? Tomorrow's my birthday. I wanted the day off. I think I'm kidding you. It's true.
I bet you could have gotten the day off.
I bet if you asked.
I probably could have. It's the right time. It's the right time. You know the old showbiz saying? Leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly have.
That's the case. Good for me.
You have one of the most distinctive radio voices ever on the radio.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I mean, the minute you hear it, you know who
it
it
is.
is.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
So why don't my children listen to me?
That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than the obvious 9/11, which moment on the air in your head that sticks out in your memory? If I take 9/11 out of the equation.
Yeah, because see, now you stumped me.
That's
that's what I always go to.
Once you get past that.
Once you get past that, there's nothing. You can't There is nothing that even comes close.
Yeah.
Nothing. I can't. We'd be sitting here until next week.
Well, I got to tell you what, you've done it with class, and you've done it with dignity, and you've done it well.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And you know what? It's really been a thrill. I finally got to meet Scott Shannon.
Yeah, that thrill wears off, though.
It's so weird because you know what's weird about it? When I listen to you, I can tell that just by listening to you over the years, I can tell you have a wicked sense of humor, but it's almost like you kind of just let us see a little bit of that.
You got that right.
You don't give it all to us, but you give us enough where you know it's there, and you're saying, man, I bet she'd be fun at a party. Thank you so much for taking time to come see us.
My pleasure.
Judy DeAngelis, ladies and gentlemen. bad, Joe. I couldn't look. I had to turn my head.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk to her because in my head I got this image.
Right.
And I've listened to her for so long.
That's what's so cool about radio, though. Just exactly what you just said.
You can be hideous like us and get along fine.
Exactly.
Judy, I told this story before, but when I was a little kid, I used to have my mom drive me by the radio station, different stations where I lived, to see the DJs because they had the windows and you could drive by.
Oh, wow.
And that was the worst mistake I ever made. These guys that have their real cool voices and deep, like, hello, everybody, WYFE radio. And you drive by and there's this horrible-looking, big, fat, bald-headed guy in there. And I thought he was like 23 years old. No, he was
60.
And then some guy out on on probation, probably for something involving underage kids. I don't know.
Oh.
But anyway, thank you so much for coming by. Good job. It is 8:12, 12 minutes after 8 a.m. This is CBS-fm.